Hatch 1412 Wrestling Episode 37, Mayhem at Nickelodeon Studios. Opening segment. The screen fades in, revealing the iconic Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Florida, bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. The camera sweeps over the colorful exterior, showcasing the giant orange Nickelodeon Splat logo and the familiar slime fountain. Excitement is palpable as fans fill the outdoor arena, their faces painted with anticipation for what promises to be an unforgettable night of wrestling mayhem. Suddenly, the lights dim and the stage is set ablaze with a dazzling display of pyrotechnics. Flames burst into the sky, casting an array of colors over the excited crowd. The thunderous riffs of As I Lay Dying's Meaning and Tragedy tear through the speakers, and the band takes the stage, delivering a high-octane performance that energizes everyone in attendance. The heavy metal sound reverberates through the venue, and fans headbang, mosh, and scream along with the intense music. As the band thrashes through their set, the commentary team takes their places at the announcer's table, positioned strategically near the ring, which is situated right in front of the iconic Nickelodeon slime geyser. Mr. Feeny, looking distinguished as ever in a sharp suit, nods approvingly to the beat. Jim Ross, wearing his signature cowboy hat, taps his foot along with the rhythm, his face lit with excitement. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, adds her unique gothic flair to the scene, her dark attire contrasting with the vibrant setting. Pauly Shore, as enthusiastic as ever, throws up his hands, further hyping up the already electrified crowd. As I Lay Dying wraps up their performance with a final earth-shaking chord, the crowd roars in appreciation. The band waves and exits the stage, the energy in the venue now at a fever pitch. Mr. Feeny leans into his microphone, his voice calm yet filled with anticipation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 1412 Wrestling's Mayhem at Nickelodeon Studios. Jim Ross picks up the thread, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. Folks, we are in for a night of unparalleled action. We've got an incredible lineup with some of the biggest names in wrestling ready to tear it up right here at Nickelodeon Studios. Elvira, her eyes gleaming with excitement, adds, and you can bet there will be no shortage of surprises. From the steel cage match featuring the anti-boiled egg brigade and the Tanner family, to the intense grudge match between Steve Urkel and Jesse Ventura, this is going to be a night to remember. Pauly Shore, unable to contain his enthusiasm, chimes in, totally, dudes. And don't forget, we've got the Mega Powers challenging Paula Abdul and Jason Voorhees for the Tag Team Championship. It's going to be insane. Mr. Feeny nods. Indeed, and let's not overlook the epic main event of the evening. Majin Buu will defend his 1412 championship in a six-way match against Stone Cold Steve Austin, Zombie Mike Tyson, Scott Steiner, Android 18, and Vegeta. And to ensure things stay in order, VP Dana Scully will serve as the special guest referee. As the commentary team continues to build the hype, the camera cuts to various segments of the crowd, capturing the excitement and anticipation. Fans hold up signs, some cheering for their favorite wrestlers, others displaying playful messages. The atmosphere is electric, a perfect blend of nostalgia and high-octane energy. The camera then zooms in on Daphne Blake, the ring announcer, standing in the center of the ring, microphone in hand. Her presence commands attention as she addresses the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 1412 Wrestling's Mayhem at Nickelodeon Studios. We have an action-packed night ahead, filled with intense matches and unforgettable moments. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a night of pure adrenaline. The crowd erupts in cheers, their excitement reaching a crescendo. Daphne continues, kicking off our show tonight, we have the unpredictable Steve Urkel going one-on-one with the formidable Jesse Ventura. This clash of personalities is sure to be a spectacle you won't want to miss. Jim Ross's voice cuts through the noise. That's right, folks. Urkel may be known for his clumsy antics, but he's got guts, and tonight he's stepping into the ring with one of the toughest men in the business. Elvira adds with a hint of intrigue, and let's not forget the Tag Team Championship match later tonight. The Mega Powers, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage are here, and they're ready to challenge Paula Abdul and Jason Voorhees for those coveted belts. Pauly Shore grins. Oh, it's going to be a showdown, dude. Can you imagine Paula Abdul and Jason Voorhees against the Mega Powers? It's like a crazy dream come true. Mr. Feeny, ever the voice of reason, concludes, indeed, tonight's event promises excitement, drama, and intense competition. Let's get ready for an unforgettable evening. With the crowd now fully energized, the stage is set for a night of high-octane wrestling action. The commentary team continues to discuss the various matches and rivalries that will unfold, ensuring that the viewers are as excited as they are for what promises to be an extraordinary episode of 1412 Wrestling at Nickelodeon Studios. The camera pans back to the ring where the energy is already palpable. The crowd is buzzing with anticipation as Daphne Blake takes center stage once more, her voice clear and commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 98 pounds, the unpredictable Steve Urkel. The familiar, high-pitched notes of As Days Go By from Family Matters fill the arena, and Steve Urkel steps onto the stage, adjusting his oversized glasses and pulling up his suspenders with a determined look on his face. Despite his nerves, there's a spark of determination in his eyes. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and laughter, some fans chanting, "Urkel! Urkel!" as he makes his way to the ring, his steps a little shaky but full of resolve. Mr. Feeny on commentary, his voice tinged with amusement, remarks, "Steve Urkel certainly has heart, but stepping into the ring with Jesse Ventura is no small feat. Let's see how he handles the challenge tonight." Jim Ross adds, "Urkel's been known for his mishaps, and after that performance last week, it's a wonder he's even standing here today. But you have to admire his courage." Elvira, with a sly smile, chimes in, "It's going to be interesting to see how Urkel's clumsiness plays into this match. He might just surprise us all." Pauly Shore laughs, "Dude, if anyone can turn a wrestling match into slapstick comedy, it's Urkel. But let's see if he can actually hold his own against Ventura." The music shifts to a more intense tone as Daphne Blake announces, and his opponent, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 245 pounds, the one and only Jesse the Body Ventura. The crowd's reaction is mixed, with boos interspersed with some cheers as Jesse Ventura strides confidently to the ring. His muscular frame and imposing presence exude dominance. Ventura flexes his muscles and taunts the crowd, clearly relishing the moment. He climbs into the ring and eyes Urkel with a smirk, clearly underestimating his opponent. The bell rings, and the match begins. Ventura wastes no time charging at Urkel with a powerful clothesline. Urkel, with surprising agility, ducks just in time, causing Ventura to stumble forward. The crowd roars with laughter and applause, impressed by Urkel's quick reflexes. Jim Ross is quick to comment, "Urkel showing some unexpected agility here. He's not going down without a fight." Ventura, recovering quickly, glares at Urkel and goes for a grab. This time he catches Urkel and lifts him off the ground with ease, displaying his raw strength. Urkel squirms in Ventura's grip, his legs kicking wildly. Ventura slams Urkel into the corner, causing the ring to shake. Mr. Feeny observes, "Ventura's strength is unmatched, and it's clear he's taking this opportunity to demonstrate his dominance." Elvira adds, "Urkel's in a tough spot, but his antics might just keep him in the game a little longer." As Ventura moves in for another attack, Urkel slips out of the corner and, in a comedic twist, trips over his own feet. He ends up headbutting Ventura's midsection unintentionally, causing Ventura to double over in surprise. The crowd erupts in laughter, and Urkel, seizing the moment, scrambles to his feet and bounces off the ropes, attempting a crossbody. Ventura catches him effortlessly and tosses him across the ring. Pauly Shore laughs, "Dude, Urkel's turning this match into a comedy show." But Ventura's not laughing. Ventura, now visibly annoyed, stalks Urkel, who's using the ropes to pull himself up. With a menacing grin, Ventura grabs Urkel and lifts him high, delivering a crushing body slam that reverberates through the arena. Urkel lies motionless on the mat, and Ventura covers him for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling Ventura's victory. Daphne Blake announces, "Here is your winner, Jesse the Body Ventura." Ventura raises his arms in triumph, basking in the mixed reactions from the crowd. As he begins to leave the ring, the unexpected happens. The familiar theme from Family Matters plays again, and Carl Winslow, dressed in his police uniform, charges down the ramp, nightstick in hand. Mr. Feeny exclaims, "Wait a minute, that's Carl Winslow. What's he doing here?" Jim Ross shouts, "Carl Winslow is here, and he looks ready for a fight." Carl slides into the ring and immediately swings the nightstick at Ventura, catching him off guard. The crowd erupts as Carl lands several blows, driving Ventura back. Ventura, stunned and reeling, tries to fend off Carl's attack, but is overwhelmed by the ferocity of the ambush. Elvira, with delight, comments, "Carl Winslow is laying down the law. Ventura didn't see this coming." Pauly Shore, laughing, adds, "Totally gnarly, dude. Carl Winslow to the rescue." Ventura, now on the defensive, manages to roll out of the ring, clutching his side in pain. Carl stands tall in the ring, the nightstick in hand, as he checks on the downed Urkel, helping him to his feet. The crowd cheers loudly, appreciating the unexpected twist and Carl's show of support for his friend. Jim Ross concludes, "What a turn of events. Carl Winslow coming to the aid of Steve Urkel, delivering some well-deserved justice to Jesse Ventura. This is what 1412 wrestling is all about." The camera focuses on Carl and Urkel standing victorious in the ring, the crowd's cheers echoing through Nickelodeon Studios. As the scene fades to black, it's clear that tonight's episode is just getting started, promising even more excitement and surprises to come. The camera transitions from the ring to a chaotic scene backstage, where the golf cart crew has taken over a makeshift lounge area. The air is thick with smoke, and the unmistakable scent of Jägermeister and marijuana fills the space. The members of the golf cart, Gary Busey, John 420, Iron Sheik, The Minotaur, Bobby Two Beers, Bart Gunn, Alex Trebek, Pyrodog, Greg Biffle, and thousands of ancient Sumerians wielding chainsaws, are in high spirits, indulging in their hedonistic lifestyle. In the center of the chaos stands Gary Busey, his wild eyes gleaming with excitement. He holds a bottle of Jägermeister in one hand and a joint in the other, taking turns swigging and puffing as he addresses his crew. John 420, true to his name, is rolling another joint, his movements practiced and swift. The camera pans to reveal their newest member, legendary boxing manager and sports writer Bert Sugar, distinguished by his ever-present fedora and cigar. Bert Sugar, standing on a small platform, waves his cigar in the air, commanding attention. "Ladies and gentlemen, or should I say, you beautiful degenerates of the golf cart, it's my honor to introduce myself as your new manager. Together, we will redefine chaos and dominance in 1412 wrestling." His voice is gravelly but powerful, cutting through the din of the room. Gary Busey, with a manic grin, gestures toward Bert. "This man right here knows the meaning of power, the meaning of strategy. With him guiding us, there's no stopping the golf cart." John 420, taking a long drag from his joint, nods in agreement. "Yeah, man, Bert Sugar's got the vision. We're gonna smoke the competition, literally and figuratively." The camera zooms in on Bert Sugar as he takes a long puff of his cigar, exhaling a cloud of smoke that mingles with the haze already filling the room. "Listen up, you rowdy bastards. We've got a legacy to build, a path of destruction to carve through this place. We are not just a team, we are a force of nature, a whirlwind of chaos that no one can contain." The crew cheers, raising their drinks and joints in unison. The Iron Sheik, never one to miss a chance to express his fervor, breaks into an impromptu rant. "The golf cart will break their backs, make them humble, just like I did to that jabroni Hulk Hogan." The Minotaur, towering over everyone, snorts and stamps his hooves, clearly excited by the prospect of upcoming battles. Bart Gunn and Bobby Two Beers, each holding multiple bottles of Jägermeister, start a drinking contest, chugging the potent liquor as the rest of the crew eggs them on. Alex Trebek, ever the intellectual, raises his glass and adds, "I'll take dominance for 500, Bert. With your expertise, we're set to conquer the 1412 landscape." Pyrodog, with his flame-throwing antics, lights up the room even more, creating a blazing spectacle that matches the fiery energy of the group. Greg Biffle, always cool under pressure, smirks and nods in approval. Bert Sugar continues, his voice rising to a crescendo. "We will take on all comers, crush all opposition, and leave a trail of mayhem in our wake. We've got the strength, we've got the strategy, and by God, we've got the spirit. This is the era of the golf cart, and nothing will stand in our way." The thousands of ancient Sumerians with their chainsaws revving in unison create a deafening roar that shakes the backstage area. The sound is a chaotic symphony of destruction, perfectly embodying the ethos of the golf cart. Gary Busey, eyes wide and wild, raises his bottle one last time. "Here's to victory, to chaos, and to the reign of the golf cart. Now, let's show them what true madness looks like." The camera captures the raucous celebration, the sheer anarchy of the scene, a perfect representation of the golf cart's philosophy. As the segment concludes, the crew is seen laughing, drinking, smoking, and preparing for their next bout of chaos in the world of 1412 wrestling. The screen fades to black, leaving the audience both amused and intrigued by the promise of mayhem to come. The camera transitions back to the ring area where Daphne Blake stands ready to announce the next highly anticipated match. The crowd buzzes with excitement, knowing they're about to witness an epic clash for the 1412 Tag Team Championship. Daphne raises the microphone to her lips. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 1412 Tag Team Championship. The camera cuts to the backstage area where Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, collectively known as the Mega Powers, are preparing for their match. The camera zooms in on Hogan's intense, determined face as he starts his promo. Well, let me tell you something, brother. The Mega Powers are back, and we're here to reclaim our glory. Jason Voorhees and Paula Abdul, you may think you're unstoppable, but you've never faced a force like us before, dude. We're bringing the thunder, and we're going to drop the hammer on you two, right here, right now. The camera then shifts to Macho Man Randy Savage, his eyes blazing with intensity beneath his trademark sunglasses. Ooh, yeah. The cream always rises to the top, and tonight, the Mega Powers are going to prove why we're the best. Jason Voorhees, you may be a monster, but even monsters fall. And Paula Abdul, you better watch your back because we're coming for those titles. Dig it. The scene changes to Paula Abdul, who is shown backstage wearing a neck brace, a grim reminder of the brutal ambush she suffered in the previous episode. Despite the brace, her spirit is unbroken, and she speaks with steely resolve. Last week, I was attacked, blindsided by the Mega Powers. They tried to take me out, but I'm still standing. This neck brace might slow me down, but it won't stop me. Jason and I have fought too hard to let these titles slip away. Tonight, we fight, and we fight to win. Back in the ring, the lights dim, and the unmistakable entrance music of the Mega Powers begins to play. The crowd erupts as Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage make their way down the ramp, their larger-than-life personas commanding the arena. They high-five fans, flex their muscles, and exude confidence as they enter the ring, ready for battle. Jim Ross's voice booms over the commentary. The Mega Powers are here, and they look ready to reclaim their glory. But they've got a tough challenge ahead of them. Elvira adds, Paula Abdul and Jason Voorhees have been dominant champions, but with Paula's injury, anything can happen. Pauly Shore, hyped as ever, chimes in, this is going to be totally epic, dudes. The Mega Powers are legends, but can they overcome the strength and resilience of Jason and Paula? The lights change again, and the eerie theme music of Jason Voorhees fills the arena. The crowd's cheers turn to a mix of anticipation and fear as Jason Voorhees, with his menacing presence, steps onto the stage, followed closely by Paula Abdul. Despite her neck brace, Paula holds her head high, her determination shining through. They make their way to the ring, Jason's posing figure a stark contrast to Paula's petite frame, yet they share a unified purpose. Daphne Blake introduces the champions, and their opponents, the reigning 1412 Tag Team Champions, Jason Voorhees and Paula Abdul. The bell rings and the match begins. Hulk Hogan starts off against Paula Abdul, clearly focusing on her neck injury. Hogan uses his size and strength to his advantage, overpowering Paula with ease. He slams her into the corner and delivers a series of powerful blows, each one targeting her injured neck. Paula grimaces in pain but refuses to back down, fighting with every ounce of her being. Jim Ross comments, Hogan's going straight for that neck injury. Paula's in a world of hurt right now. Elvira adds, she's tough, but I'm not sure how long she can hold out against Hogan's relentless assault. Pauly Shore, concerned, says, come on, Paula, hang in there. You've got this. After a few minutes of relentless punishment, Paula manages to break free and tags in Jason Voorhees. The crowd roars as Jason steps over the ropes, his presence alone enough to shift the momentum. Jason charges at Hogan, delivering a brutal clothesline that sends Hogan crashing to the mat. The sheer force of the blow leaves Hogan stunned. Macho Man Randy Savage quickly tags himself in, leaping into the ring to face Jason. Savage, with his trademark intensity, delivers a flurry of punches and high-flying maneuvers, trying to keep the monster off balance. But Jason, with his brute strength and resilience, absorbs the punishment and retaliates with devastating power moves. He grabs Savage by the throat and lifts him high, delivering a spine-crushing chokeslam. Mr. Feeny observes, Jason Voorhees is a force of nature. Savage is throwing everything he has, but it's like hitting a brick wall. Jim Ross adds, this is where the champion's chemistry and resilience come into play. Paula may be injured, but Jason is more than capable of holding his own. As the match continues, Paula re-enters the fray, her determination unwavering despite her injury. She and Jason work together seamlessly, executing coordinated attacks that keep the Mega Powers on the defensive. Hogan, regaining his composure, tags back in and attempts to overpower Jason with his legendary strength. The two titans clash in the center of the ring, exchanging powerful blows that echo through the arena. Hogan manages to get the upper hand momentarily, lifting Jason for his signature move, the body slam. But Jason, using his supernatural strength, counters and lifts Hogan instead, slamming him down with a bone-rattling impact. Hogan writhes in pain as Jason signals for his finishing move. Paula, despite her injury, climbs to the top rope, preparing for the final blow. As Hogan struggles to get to his feet, Jason lifts him once more and slams him down with his finishing move, the Voorhees Crusher. Paula leaps off the top rope, delivering a perfectly timed elbow drop onto Hogan. The crowd erupts as Jason covers Hogan for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, and the match is over. Daphne Blake announces, here are your winners and still the 14-12 Tag Team Champions, Jason Voorhees and Paula Abdul. Jim Ross exclaims, what a match. Against all odds, Paula Abdul and Jason Voorhees retain their titles. Elvira adds, Paula showed incredible courage tonight, and Jason's strength was the key to their victory. Pauly Shore, ecstatic, shouts, totally gnarly, dudes. The champions retain. What an epic battle. The camera captures Paula and Jason standing victorious in the ring, their titles held high. Despite her injury, Paula's face beams with pride. Jason, as stoic as ever, stands beside her, their partnership solidified by this hard-fought victory. The crowd's cheers fill the arena, a testament to the resilience and determination of the reigning champions. As the scene fades to black, it's clear that the night's action is far from over, with more surprises and intense matches yet to come. The camera transitions from the aftermath of the Tag Team Championship match to a quieter, more introspective scene backstage. John Locke, a man of deep conviction and philosophical insight, stands in a dimly lit area, the light casting shadows that accentuate his determined expression. Holding a microphone, he addresses the camera, his voice steady and filled with purpose. Tonight I face Electabuzz, Locke begins, his eyes intense. Some people believe that everything is a matter of chance, that our paths are random and without meaning. But I believe in fate. I believe that every moment, every decision, every encounter is part of a greater plan. Electabuzz, you may think your electric abilities give you an edge, but tonight, fate has brought us together for a reason, and I intend to show you that cunning and strategy can overcome even the most formidable of powers. With that, Locke turns and walks toward the ring, his resolve unshaken. The camera follows him, capturing the atmosphere of anticipation that fills the arena. The fans buzz with excitement, eager to see this intriguing matchup. Back in the ring, Daphne Blake stands ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the island, weighing in at 180 pounds, John Locke. The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and respectful applause as John Locke makes his way to the ring. His demeanor is calm and focused, every step purposeful. He climbs into the ring and looks out at the audience, then turns his attention to the entrance ramp, waiting for his opponent. The lights dim and an electric hum fills the arena. The familiar theme of Electabuzz begins to play, and sparks fly from the entrance as the electric Pokemon steps onto the stage. The crowd erupts in cheers, excited to see the dynamic and energetic Electabuzz in action. Daphne continues, and his opponent from the Kanto region, weighing in at 66 pounds, Electabuzz. Electabuzz makes his way to the ring, his body crackling with electricity. He high-fives fans along the way, his enthusiasm infectious. Once inside the ring, he bounces on his toes, ready for action, his eyes fixed on Locke. Jim Ross on commentary sets the stage. This is going to be an interesting matchup, folks. Electabuzz with his electric abilities against the cunning strategy of John Locke. Both men have something to prove tonight. Mr. Feeny adds, Locke's belief in fate and his strategic mind make him a formidable opponent, but Electabuzz's speed and power cannot be underestimated. Elvira, intrigued, chimes in, this is a clash of philosophies as much as it is a clash of abilities. Let's see who comes out on top. Pauly Shore, always enthusiastic, exclaims, Dude, this is gonna be electric! Literally! Let's see some sparks fly! The bell rings and the match begins. Electabuzz wastes no time, charging at Locke with a burst of speed. Locke, ever the strategist, sidesteps the initial attack, trying to gauge his opponent's abilities. Electabuzz quickly adjusts, bouncing off the ropes and launching himself at Locke again, this time connecting with a shoulder tackle that sends Locke stumbling. Jim Ross comments, Electabuzz off to a fast start, using his speed to his advantage. Locke, now on the defensive, regains his footing and adopts a more cautious approach. He circles Electabuzz, looking for an opening. Electabuzz, crackling with energy, darts in and out, throwing quick jabs and kicks. Locke manages to block and parry, using his cunning to avoid major damage. Mr. Feeny observes, Locke is playing it smart, trying to weather the storm and find his moment. Electabuzz, determined to press his advantage, leaps into the air, delivering a spinning kick that connects with Locke's shoulder. Locke staggers but doesn't fall. Instead, he grabs Electabuzz's leg and uses the momentum to flip him to the mat. Locke quickly transitions into a submission hold, attempting to wear down the electric Pokemon. Elvira notes, Locke's experience and strategy are coming into play here. He's trying to slow Electabuzz down. Electabuzz, undeterred, summons his inner strength and channels his electric energy, causing his body to crackle and spark. With a surge of power, he breaks free from Locke's grip, sending a shock through his opponent. Locke grimaces, but quickly recovers, his eyes filled with renewed determination. Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, Whoa, that was shocking! Electabuzz is bringing the thunder. The pace of the match picks up again as Electabuzz goes on the offensive. He delivers a series of rapid punches and kicks, each one charged with electric energy. Locke does his best to block and counter, but the sheer speed and intensity of Electabuzz's attacks begin to take their toll. Sensing his opportunity, Electabuzz charges up for his finishing move. He gathers all his energy into his fist, which glows brightly with electric power. He leaps into the air and comes down with a devastating thunder punch, striking Locke square in the chest. The impact is explosive, sending shockwaves through the ring. Jim Ross shouts, Thunder Punch! Electabuzz connects with the Thunder Punch. Locke collapses to the mat and Electabuzz quickly covers him for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, Here is your winner, Electabuzz. The crowd erupts in cheers as Electabuzz stands victorious, his body still crackling with residual electricity. He raises his arms in triumph, solidifying his place in the 1412 wrestling roster. Mr. Feeny reflects, an impressive victory for Electabuzz. He showcased his abilities and proved he's a force to be reckoned with. Elvira adds, Locke put up a good fight, but tonight was Electabuzz's night. Fate, it seems, was on the side of the electric Pokemon. Pauly Shore, ecstatic, exclaims, Totally awesome, dude. Electabuzz rocked it. As the camera captures Electabuzz celebrating in the ring, the scene fades to black, leaving the audience excited for the next segment and the continued action of 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions backstage to a specially set up interview area where Grover stands ready with a microphone in hand. The bright, colorful backdrop contrasts starkly with the ominous tension in the air. On one side stands Ghostface, clad in his iconic black cloak and mask, exuding an aura of menace. On the other side is Dane Cook, the comedian whose nervous energy and quick wit are evident as he fidgets slightly, but keeps a determined look on his face. Grover, trying to keep things light despite the palpable tension, starts the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a face-to-face interview with two very different competitors. On my left, the master of horror, Ghostface, and on my right, the king of comedy, Dane Cook. Ghostface leans in, his voice dripping with sinister intent. Dane, you think you can make people laugh and that will protect you from me? You're in my world now, and laughter turns to screams very quickly. Dane Cook, trying to hide his nervousness with humor, retorts, Oh, Ghostface, Come on, you've got a knife and a scary mask, but I've got jokes that can cut deeper. Let's see if you can handle a real roast. The audience watching on the screens chuckles, appreciating Dane's attempt to lighten the mood, but the tension between the two competitors is palpable. Ghostface takes a step closer, his tone even more menacing. Jokes won't save you when I'm standing over you. The last thing you'll hear is your own laughter turning into a scream. Grover, sensing the rising tension, tries to wrap up the interview. Well, it's clear that both of you are ready for tonight's match. Let's take it to the ring and see who comes out on top. The camera transitions back to the arena, where Daphne Blake stands ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Woodsboro, weighing in at 170 pounds, Ghostface. The arena lights dim and a chilling scream echoes through the venue as Ghostface makes his entrance. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and uneasy murmurs. Ghostface moves swiftly and purposefully to the ring, his presence alone enough to send shivers down spines. Jim Ross comments, Ghostface is here and he's bringing his mind games to the ring tonight. This is not going to be an easy match for Dane Cook. Elvira adds, Ghostface thrives on fear, but let's see if Dane's humor can throw him off his game. Pauly Shore, slightly on edge, remarks, Dude, this guy gives me the creeps. Dane better be on his toes. The lights change again and upbeat music starts playing as Daphne Blake announces, and his opponent, from Cambridge, Massachusetts, weighing in at 180 pounds, Dane Cook. Dane Cook jogs out, trying to pump up the crowd with his high-energy antics. He slaps hands with fans and makes his way to the ring, his eyes darting nervously toward Ghostface, who stands menacingly in the center of the ring. The bell rings and the match begins. Ghostface immediately tries to intimidate Dane with his horror-themed mind games, lunging and feinting with eerie movements. Dane uses his comedic timing and quick reflexes to dodge and evade, making Ghostface miss repeatedly. Jim Ross notes, Dane Cook is doing a good job of staying out of Ghostface's reach. He's using his agility to his advantage. Elvira chimes in, Dane's humor might actually be helping him here. Ghostface seems a bit thrown off by his antics. Pauly Shore, laughing nervously, adds, Keep it up, Dane. Don't let that freak catch you. Ghostface, growing frustrated, changes tactics and charges at Dane, who sidesteps at the last moment, causing Ghostface to crash into the turnbuckle. Dane quickly capitalizes, delivering a series of quick punches and a drop kick that sends Ghostface reeling. The crowd cheers for Dane's resilience, but Ghostface quickly regains his composure and begins to counterattack. He catches Dane with a hard punch to the midsection, followed by a DDT that plants Dane face first into the mat. Ghostface goes for the cover, but Dane kicks out at 2. Jim Ross exclaims, Dane Cook is showing some real fight here. He's not going down easy. Ghostface, now more focused and deadly, stalks Dane around the ring, waiting for the right moment. Dane, trying to stay on his feet, uses his comedic instincts to keep Ghostface at bay, dodging and weaving in a way that both frustrates and entertains the audience. In a sudden and unexpected move, Ghostface feigns a strike, causing Dane to duck. Ghostface quickly rolls him up in a surprise pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling Ghostface's victory. Daphne Blake announces, Here is your winner, Ghostface. Jim Ross comments, Ghostface with a surprise roll-up for the win. Dane Cook gave it his all, but Ghostface's cunning prevailed. Elvira adds, Dane should be proud of his performance. He kept Ghostface on his toes the entire match. Pauly Shore, relieved, remarks, That was intense, dude. Dane almost had him. But the celebration is short-lived. Ghostface, not satisfied with just the victory, slides out of the ring and heads straight for the commentary desk. Pauly Shore's eyes widen in terror as Ghostface lunges at him, knocking over chairs and scattering papers. Jim Ross shouts, Oh my God, Ghostface is attacking Pauly Shore. Ghostface grabs Pauly and slams him into the desk, then draws his knife, creating sheer panic among the fans. He begins stabbing at fans in the front row, causing chaos and terror. Security rushes in, but Ghostface is relentless, his knife flashing as he continues his rampage. Elvira, horrified, exclaims, This is madness. Someone stop him. Mr. Feeny adds, This has gone too far. Ghostface is out of control. Finally, security manages to subdue Ghostface, wrestling him to the ground and pulling him away. The fans are left in shock, some being tended to by medical staff, others still reeling from the unexpected attack. Pauly Shore, shaken but unharmed, is helped back to his seat by Jim Ross and Elvira. Jim Ross, his voice filled with urgency, addresses the camera. Folks, we apologize for this horrific turn of events. We'll make sure everyone gets the help they need. This is not what 1412 wrestling stands for, and we will ensure Ghostface faces severe consequences for his actions. Elvira, still shaken, adds, "Please, stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break." As the camera fades to black, the atmosphere remains tense, with the audience and commentary team trying to process the chaos that just unfolded. The promise of more intense and unpredictable moments in 1412 wrestling looms large as the show continues. The scene transitions to a bustling backstage area where Grover is standing by with Bars, the fiery leader of the anti-boiled egg brigade. Bars, known for his intense hatred of boiled eggs, chocolate ice cream, and frosted cookies, is visibly animated as he prepares for the upcoming steel cage match against the Tanner family. Grover, with his signature cheerfulness, introduces the segment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Bars, the leader of the anti-boiled egg brigade, who has some strong words for the Tanner family before their steel cage match tonight. Bars, eyes blazing with intensity, grabs the microphone. Tanner family, you think you're all about love and family values? Well, I saw you, Joey Gladstone, eating chocolate ice cream last week. Disgusting. You flaunt your sugary treats and wholesome facade, but tonight in that steel cage, we're going to show you the true meaning of disgust. Grover, looking slightly nervous, nods. Strong words from Bars. Let's see if they can back them up in the ring. The camera transitions back to the arena where the steel cage is being lowered into place, creating a foreboding atmosphere. Daphne Blake stands outside the cage, ready to introduce the teams. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a steel cage match. Introducing first, the team of Bars, Cliff O'Malley, Donkey Lips, Doug Funny, Lola Bunny, and BB Rexa, the anti-boiled egg brigade. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as the anti-boiled egg brigade makes their way to the ring, each member displaying their own brand of intensity and determination. Bars leads the charge, his eyes never leaving the cage, followed closely by the rest of his team. They enter the cage, ready for the battle ahead. Jim Ross sets the stage. This is going to be a brutal contest, folks. The steel cage adds an element of danger that can't be ignored. Elvira adds, the anti-boiled egg brigade is here to make a statement. Let's see if the Tanner family can stand up to them. Pauly Shore, ever enthusiastic, chimes in. Dude, this is going to be epic. Steel cages are no joke. Daphne continues. And their opponents, the team of Danny Tanner, DJ Tanner, Stephanie Tanner, Michelle Tanner, Jesse Katsopoulos, and Joey Gladstone. The Tanner family! The familiar theme song of Full House plays, and the Tanner family makes their way to the ring, each member exuding confidence and unity. The crowd erupts in cheers, supporting the beloved TV family. They enter the cage, ready to defend their honor and take on the relentless anti-boiled egg brigade. The bell rings and the match begins. The steel cage immediately becomes a weapon as both teams launch into an intense brawl. Bars and Joey Gladstone lock up in the center of the ring, trading punches and grappling for control. Cliff O'Malley and Danny Tanner engage in a brutal exchange, using the cage walls to their advantage, slamming each other into the unforgiving steel. Jim Ross comments, this match is off to a fierce start. The cage is already coming into play. Elvira adds, it's a no-holds-barred environment. Anything goes inside that cage. Lola Bunny, with her agility, leaps off the top rope, delivering a flying kick to DJ Tanner, who counters with a quick takedown. Donkey Lips and Jesse Katsopoulos clash in the corner, each trying to gain the upper hand with powerful strikes. Doug Funny and Stephanie Tanner engage in a technical battle, showcasing their wrestling skills. The match continues with high-energy spots and brutal cage-related attacks. BB Rexa climbs the cage, launching herself onto Michelle Tanner and knocking her down with a crossbody. The crowd gasps at the daring move, the impact echoing through the arena. Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, "Whoa, that was totally radical. BB Rexa flying off the cage." As the match progresses, the intensity only increases. Bars and Joey Gladstone continue their fierce battle, with Bars using every trick in his playbook to wear down Joey. He slams Joey into the cage wall repeatedly, each impact sending shockwaves through the ring. Danny Tanner, bloodied but determined, rallies his team, coordinating a series of moves that momentarily shifts the momentum in their favor. DJ and Stephanie double-team Donkey Lips, taking him down with a synchronized suplex. Jesse and Michelle fend off Cliff and Doug, using their agility and quick thinking to stay in the fight. Jim Ross shouts, "The Tanner family is fighting back with everything they've got." Elvira, impressed, adds, "They're not going down without a fight. This is what family unity looks like." However, the tide turns once again as Bars takes control. He climbs the cage, reaching the top and pausing for a moment to look down at the chaos below. With a roar, he leaps off, delivering a devastating elbow drop onto Joey Gladstone, who lies motionless in the center of the ring. The impact is thunderous, and the crowd erupts in a mix of cheers and gasps. Bars quickly covers Joey for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, "Here are your winners, the Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade." Jim Ross exclaims, "Bars with an incredible elbow drop from the top of the cage. The Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade wins." Elvira adds, "That was an amazing move. Joey Gladstone didn't stand a chance." Pauly Shore, amazed, says, "Totally gnarly, dude. Bars is a beast." As the Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade celebrates their victory, the lights in the arena suddenly dim. The eerie, menacing music begins to play, and the crowd's attention shifts to the entrance ramp. A hulking figure emerges from the shadows. Spopovich, a massive and intimidating wrestler known for his brutal tactics. Jim Ross, surprised, exclaims, "Who is that? It's Spopovich. What's he doing here?" Elvira, intrigued, adds, "It looks like we have a new player in town. This could change everything." Spopovich makes his way to the ring, his presence alone sending chills through the audience. He steps over the top rope and stands beside Bars, who grins maniacally. The rest of the Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade looks on with approval as Spopovich grabs the microphone. "I'm here to join the Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade," Spopovich growls. "Together, we will crush anyone who stands in our way." The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and awe as Spopovich shakes hands with Bars, solidifying his place in the faction. The Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade, now stronger than ever, stands united in the center of the ring, their victory and new alliance signaling a new era of dominance. Jim Ross concludes, "The Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade has just become even more dangerous with the addition of Spopovich. The rest of 1412 Wrestling better watch out." Elvira adds, "This is a game changer. The Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade is ready to take over." Pauly Shore, still in shock, says, "Dude, this is insane. I can't wait to see what happens next." As the camera captures the victorious and unified Anti-Boiled Egg Brigade, the scene fades to black, leaving the audience eagerly anticipating the next chapter in the wild and unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The camera transitions from the steel cage match to a backstage interview area where Grover stands with a microphone looking excited and a little nervous. The familiar backdrop of 1412 wrestling looms behind him, adding a sense of importance to the moment. Next to him stands the Texas Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The crowd's buzz from the arena seeps into the backstage area, heightening the atmosphere. Grover, doing his best to maintain his professionalism, begins the segment. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the one and only Stone Cold Steve Austin, who has some strong words about tonight's main event. Stone Cold, how are you feeling about your chances in the 1412 championship match tonight?" Stone Cold, his presence radiating intensity, grabs the microphone from Grover. "How am I feeling? Let me tell you something, Grover. I'm feeling damn good. Tonight, I step into that ring against Majin Buu, Zombie Mike Tyson, Scott Steiner, Android 18, and Vegeta. 6 of the toughest SOBs you'll ever find. But you know what? It doesn't matter who they are, what they've done, or how strong they think they are. They're stepping into my ring, and when that bell rings, they're going to find out real quick why Stone Cold Steve Austin is the toughest son of a bitch in 1412 wrestling." The crowd's cheers from the arena become audible, showing their support for Austin. Grover, now more confident, follows up. "Steve, you've faced many challenges in your career. What makes this match different?" Stone Cold's eyes blaze with determination as he continues. "What makes this match different? It's the fact that I'm walking in there with 5 other competitors, and I don't care if I have to stomp a mud hole in every single one of them and walk it dry." Majin Buu, You might be the champion, but you're about to get your ass whooped. Zombie Mike Tyson. You think you're tough? You're not tough enough to go toe-to-toe with the Texas rattlesnake. The intensity in Austin's voice grows as he addresses each opponent. Scott Steiner. You might have those freakish muscles, but they won't mean a damn thing when I drop you on your head with a stone-cold stunner. Android 18, you're fast and you're strong, but tonight you're just another victim of the stone-cold stunner. And Vegeta, the so-called prince of all Saiyans, you can take your royal ass back to whatever planet you came from, because tonight you're getting a royal beatdown. The crowd roars louder, the energy palpable even backstage. Stone Cold paces back and forth, feeding off the crowd's energy. Tonight's main event isn't just any match, it's a war, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is ready for war. When it's all said and done, there's going to be one man left standing with that 14-12 championship, and that man is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. The iconic sound of breaking glass echoes through the arena as the crowd erupts into a chant of Austin, Austin, Austin. Grover, caught up in the excitement, can't help but smile as he wraps up the interview. Thank you, Stone Cold, and good luck tonight. Stone Cold, still fired up, hands the microphone back to Grover and storms off, heading toward the ring area to prepare for the night's main event. The camera follows him briefly, capturing his unwavering determination and the electricity in the air. Jim Ross, back at the commentary desk, reacts to the promo. Stone Cold Steve Austin is ready to tear the roof off this place tonight. You heard it, folks, coming for that 14-12 championship, and he's not holding back. Elvira adds, Austin's got the fire, the intensity, and the drive. This main event is going to be explosive. Pauly Shore, clearly impressed, chimes in, Dude, Stone Cold is on fire. I can't wait to see him in action tonight. The camera transitions back to the arena, where the anticipation for the main event continues to build. As the scene fades to black, the promise of an unforgettable main event looms large, with Stone Cold Steve Austin leading the charge. The camera cuts back to the ring, where Daphne Blake stands ready to announce the next match. The crowd, still buzzing from Stone Cold's fiery promo, eagerly anticipates the unique pairing of competitors about to face off. Daphne raises the microphone and begins, Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the team of Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. The arena lights dim, and a haunting melody fills the air as Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande make their entrance. Both women are dressed in elaborate witchcraft-themed attire, their presence exuding an otherworldly power. The crowd reacts with a mix of awe and apprehension as they glide down the ramp, their eyes glowing with magical energy. They enter the ring and cast a series of spells, creating a dazzling display of lights and smoke. Jim Ross on commentary sets the stage. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande have brought their witchcraft powers to 14-12 wrestling, and they look ready to dominate tonight. Elvira adds, their mystical abilities are no joke. Jay and Silent Bob are in for a tough battle. Pauly Shore, ever enthusiastic, remarks, Dude, this is going to be wild. Witchcraft versus comedy. Let's see who comes out on top. Daphne continues, and their opponents, the team of Jay and Silent Bob. The familiar, laid-back tune of Jay and Silent Bob's theme music plays, and the crowd erupts in cheers as the iconic duo makes their way to the ring. Jay, with his usual brash confidence, talks trash to the fans, while Silent Bob follows silently, his stoic demeanor a perfect contrast. They enter the ring and strike a series of comedic poses, eliciting laughter and applause from the audience. The bell rings, and the match begins. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande waste no time using their witchcraft powers to gain the upper hand early on. Gaga casts a spell that sends Jay flying across the ring, crashing into the turnbuckle. Grande follows up with a mystical blast that knocks Silent Bob off his feet. Jim Ross comments, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande are using their powers to dominate early in this match. Elvira adds, their teamwork and magical abilities are a formidable combination. Pauly Shore, concerned, says, Come on, Jay and Silent Bob. You gotta fight back, dudes. As the match continues, Jay and Silent Bob struggle to find their footing against the supernatural onslaught. Lady Gaga conjures a series of glowing orbs that she hurls at Jay, who dodges and weaves to avoid them. Silent Bob, using his surprising agility, manages to counter some of Grande's spells with quick, evasive maneuvers. Mid-match, the action pauses as the screen transitions to a pre-recorded segment. The sentient dumpster appears on the screen, its mechanical voice filled with malice. Mr. Feeny, you think you're the voice of wisdom and reason in 1412 wrestling? Well, I see right through you. You're just as trashy as the garbage I devour. Consider this a challenge, Feeny. Face me in the ring, if you have the guts. The crowd reacts with shock and intrigue as the message from the sentient dumpster ends, leaving Mr. Feeny looking contemplative at the commentary desk. Jim Ross reacts, the sentient dumpster just called out Mr. Feeny. This is unprecedented. Elvira adds, things are heating up in 1412 wrestling. I can't wait to see how Feeny responds. Pauly Shore, laughing nervously, says, dude, a dumpster match? This place is crazy. Back in the ring, Jay and Silent Bob use the distraction to mount a comeback. Jay, full of energy, bounces off the ropes and delivers a series of quick strikes to Lady Gaga, temporarily gaining the upper hand. Silent Bob, with his trademark silent strength, lifts Ariana Grande and slams her to the mat with a powerful suplex. The crowd cheers as Jay and Silent Bob's comedic antics and teamwork start to pay off. They coordinate a series of double-team moves, using their unique blend of humor and wrestling skill to keep Gaga and Grande on the defensive. Jay, ever the showman, climbs to the top rope and taunts the crowd before leaping off with a flying elbow drop that lands squarely on Gaga. Jim Ross exclaims, Jay and Silent Bob are fighting back with everything they've got. This match is turning into a real battle. Elvira adds, their chemistry and comedic timing are making a difference. Gaga and Grande need to regroup. Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, totally rad, dudes. Jay and Silent Bob are in the zone. However, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, ever resourceful, quickly recover. Using their witchcraft powers, they cast a dual spell attack that envelops Jay and Silent Bob in a swirling vortex of mystical energy. Jay and Silent Bob struggle to escape, but the power of the spell is too much to overcome. Lady Gaga seizes the moment, lifting Jay and delivering a devastating spell-infused DDT. Ariana Grande follows up with a magical blast that sends Silent Bob crashing into the ropes. With Jay incapacitated in the center of the ring, Gaga covers him for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, here are your winners, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Jim Ross concludes, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande with an impressive victory, using their witchcraft powers to secure the win. Elvira adds, their magical abilities proved too much for Jay and Silent Bob to handle. An incredible match. Pauly Shore, still in awe, remarks, dude, that was epic. Gaga and Grande are unstoppable. As Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande celebrate their victory, casting more spells to create a dazzling light show, Jay and Silent Bob slowly get to their feet, looking dazed but not defeated. The crowd applauds their effort, appreciating the unique blend of humor and heart they brought to the match. The camera captures the victorious duo and the resilient Jay and Silent Bob as the scene fades to black, setting the stage for the next exciting segment in the unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions to the parking lot of Nickelodeon Studios, where the night air is thick with anticipation. The camera pans across the makeshift battleground, littered with potential weapons and hazards. A line of cars creates a narrow, chaotic arena perfect for the impending brawl. Daphne Blake's voiceover sets the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our parking lot brawl. Introducing first, the real Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon Spengler, and Winston Zeddemore. The real Ghostbusters emerge from the shadows, their proton packs humming with power. Peter Venkman, ever the wisecracker, grins as he looks around. All right, boys, let's show these clowns what happens when you mess with the Ghostbusters. Ray Stantz, adjusting his goggles, adds, we've faced ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. This should be a piece of cake. Egon Spengler, ever the scientist, checks his proton pack. Remember, use the environment to our advantage. Let's stay sharp. Winston Zeddemore, cracking his knuckles, nods. I've got your back, guys. Let's do this, Daphne continues. And their opponents, the On Point Kings, Santa Claus, Strong Bad, Strong Mad, and the Cheat. The On Point Kings appear, a motley crew ready for a fight. Santa Claus, without his usual jolly demeanor, looks ready for battle. You've been naughty this year, Ghostbusters. Time to pay the price. Strong Bad, ever the trash talker, sneers. You think you can take us? We're the On Point Kings, baby. We're gonna break you. Strong Mad, flexing his muscles, roars. Me strong, me mad, me smash Ghostbusters. The cheat, always up to mischief, scampers around looking for an opportunity to strike. The referee signals the start of the match, and chaos immediately erupts. Peter Venkman and Santa Claus clash first, trading blows near a parked car. Santa, surprisingly agile, grabs a tire iron and swings it at Venkman, who ducks just in time. Venkman, quick with a retort, quips, "Looks like you're getting coal in your stocking this year, Santa." Ray Stantz and Strong Bad brawl near a dumpster, with Ray using a trash can lid as a shield against Strong Bad's relentless attacks. Strong Bad, ever the braggart, taunts, "You're nothing without your ghost-catching toys, nerd." Ray, grinning, counters, "Oh yeah? Let's see how you handle this." He shoves Strong Bad into the dumpster, slamming the lid shut. Egon Spengler, true to his tactical nature, engages Strong Mad, carefully maneuvering to avoid the brute's powerful swings. Strong Mad, growing frustrated, bellows, "Hold still! Me want to crush!" Egon, with a calculated move, activates his proton pack. "Let's see how you handle a little proton energy." He fires a stream at Strong Mad, temporarily stunning him. Winston Zeddemore and the Cheat are locked in a wild scuffle near a stack of pallets. The Cheat, using his small size to his advantage, darts around, trying to catch Winston off guard. Winston, maintaining his composure, grabs a wooden plank and swings it, narrowly missing the Cheat. Winston, determined, says, "Hold still, you little pest." The brawl intensifies as the Ghostbusters and the On Point Kings use the environment to their advantage. Peter Venkman manages to trap Santa Claus between two cars, delivering a series of punches that leave the jolly old man reeling. Santa, trying to catch his breath, growls, "You're going on the naughty list, Venkman." Venkman, smirking, replies, "Already there, Santa. Already there." Ray Stantz and Strong Bad continue their fierce battle, with Ray using a length of chain to fend off Strong Bad's relentless attacks. Strong Bad, now visibly annoyed, yells, "You're gonna pay for that, Ghost Boy." Ray, undeterred, swings the chain. "Not today, Strong Bad." Egon Spengler, using his scientific mind, devises a plan to take down Strong Mad. He lures the brute toward a car, then fires his proton pack at the vehicle, causing it to lurch forward and pin Strong Mad against a wall. With Strong Mad temporarily immobilized, Egon moves in for the final attack. Egon, cool and collected, says, "Time to end this." He activates the trap function on his proton pack, capturing Strong Mad in a powerful energy field. Strong Mad, struggling, roars, "No, me strong, me mad." Egon, focusing, tightens the trap. Not strong enough. Meanwhile, Winston Zeddemore finally catches the Cheat with a well-timed swing of his wooden plank, sending the mischievous creature flying into a stack of tires. The Cheat, dazed and defeated, groans in protest. Winston, standing tall, says, "That's for messing with the Ghostbusters." The tide of the battle shifts decisively in favor of the real Ghostbusters. With Strong Mad trapped and the Cheat incapacitated, Santa Claus and Strong Bad find themselves outmatched. Peter Venkman and Ray Stantz, teaming up, deliver a series of coordinated attacks that leave Santa and Strong Bad on the defensive. Jim Ross, providing commentary, exclaims, "The real Ghostbusters are taking control. This is incredible teamwork." Elvira adds, "They're using their brains and their brawn to dominate this brawl. It's a sight to see." Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, "Totally epic, dudes. The Ghostbusters are unstoppable." In the final moments of the brawl, Egon Spengler, with Strong Mad securely trapped, signals to his teammates, "Let's finish this." Peter Venkman and Ray Stantz join Egon, directing their proton streams at Strong Mad, intensifying the trap's power. The combined energy overwhelms Strong Mad, who struggles futilely against the containment field. With a final surge, Egon activates the capture mechanism, pulling Strong Mad into the proton pack. The device hums as it secures the powerful foe, sealing the real Ghostbusters' victory. Daphne Blake announces, "Here are your winners, the real Ghostbusters." Jim Ross concludes, "What an incredible parking lot brawl. The real Ghostbusters have emerged victorious, using their wit and technology to overcome the On Point Kings." Elvira adds, "This was a brutal, chaotic fight, and the real Ghostbusters showed why they're the best at what they do." Pauly Shore, still in awe, remarks, "Dude, that was totally insane. The Ghostbusters rocked it." As the real Ghostbusters stand tall in the parking lot, their victory solidified. The camera captures the defeated members of the On Point Kings, scattered and reeling from the intense battle. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement for the next thrilling segment in 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions back to the ring area where the crowd is buzzing with anticipation for the next high energy match. Daphne Blake stands in the center of the ring, ready to announce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Foot Clan, the team of Chandler Bing and Leonardo. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Chandler Bing and Leonardo make their way to the ring. Chandler, ever the sarcastic and witty presence, high-fives Leonardo, who maintains his stern, focused demeanor. They enter the ring, ready to prove their dominance. Jim Ross sets the stage. This is going to be a fast-paced, action-packed match, folks. Chandler Bing and Leonardo have formed a formidable alliance in the Foot Clan. Elvira adds they're a unique pairing, but they've shown they can be quite effective together. Pauly Shore, ever enthusiastic, chimes in, "Totally, dude. This is going to be wild." Daphne continues, and their opponents, the team of Raphael and Joey Tribbiani. The crowd erupts in cheers as Raphael and Joey Tribbiani make their entrance. Raphael, with his fiery temper and skilled combat abilities, looks ready for a fight. Joey, ever the charming and lovable presence, waves to the fans, but his eyes show determination. They enter the ring, high-fiving each other and psyching each other up. Jim Ross comments, Raphael and Joey Tribbiani have become quite the dynamic duo. Their chemistry is undeniable. Elvira adds, they've got the crowd behind them, and that can make all the difference. Pauly Shore, excited, says, "Go Joey, go Raphael. This is going to be epic." Daphne finishes, and their opponents, the team of Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits. The arena fills with boos as the Wet Bandits, Harry and Marv, make their way to the ring. Known for their underhanded tactics and bumbling antics, they slink down the ramp, trying to appear menacing, but mostly coming off as comedic villains. They enter the ring, glaring at their opponents. Jim Ross notes the Wet Bandits are always looking for a sneaky way to win, but they've got their work cut out for them tonight. Elvira adds, Harry and Marv may be underestimated, but they can be quite dangerous when they work together. Pauly Shore, amused, remarks, "These guys are like a live-action cartoon, dude. Let's see what they've got." The bell rings, and the match begins with a flurry of action. Raphael starts off against Leonardo, the two turtles showcasing their martial arts skills in a fast-paced exchange. Leonardo takes control early with a series of precise strikes and a powerful kick that sends Raphael into the ropes. Raphael bounces back with a spinning kick of his own, leveling the playing field. Jim Ross exclaims, "These two turtles are going at it. It's a battle of skill and determination." Elvira adds, "Raphael and Leonardo have a long history, and it's all coming out in this match." Pauly Shore, hyped, shouts, "Turtle power, dudes. This is awesome." The action intensifies as Chandler Bing tags in, bringing his own brand of humor and surprisingly effective moves to the match. He taunts Raphael, dodging his attacks with quick reflexes and delivering a well-timed dropkick that sends Raphael sprawling. Chandler, grinning, turns to the crowd, "Could I be any more awesome?" Raphael, not amused, quickly recovers and tags in Joey Tribbiani. Joey charges at Chandler, who tries to use his sarcasm to throw Joey off. "Hey Joey, how you doing? Ready to lose?" Joey smirks. "Not today, Bing." He grabs Chandler and delivers a suplex that shakes the ring. The crowd erupts in cheers as Joey follows up with a series of punches, showcasing his newfound wrestling skills. Jim Ross comments, "Joey Tribbiani is showing some real fire tonight." Elvira adds, "He's come a long way since he first stepped into the ring. Impressive." Pauly Shore, ecstatic, says, "Joey's got the moves, dude. This is rad." The Wet Bandits, seeing an opportunity, tag themselves in and go after Joey. Harry and Marv double-team Joey, using dirty tactics and cheap shots to gain the upper hand. Harry rakes Joey's eyes, while Marv delivers a series of kicks to his midsection. They then perform a sloppy but effective double suplex, leaving Joey writhing on the mat. Jim Ross shouts, "The Wet Bandits are up to their usual tricks. This isn't fair." Elvira adds, "They're ruthless and will do anything to win." Pauly Shore, concerned, remarks, "Come on, Joey. Fight back, dude." Raphael, seeing his partner in trouble, rushes in to help, delivering a series of powerful strikes that send Harry and Marv reeling. He grabs Marv and throws him into the turnbuckle. then turns his attention to Harry, who tries to escape but is caught by Joey, who has recovered and is now back on his feet. The match reaches its climax with all three teams involved in a chaotic brawl. Leonardo and Chandler Bing double-team Raphael, using a combination of martial arts and dirty tricks. Joey fights off Harry and Marv, delivering a spine buster to Marv that leaves him stunned. Raphael, summoning all his strength, climbs to the top rope. The crowd watches in awe as he leaps off, performing a spectacular high-flying move that lands directly on Marv. The impact is thunderous, and Raphael quickly covers Marv for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, "Here are your winners, Raphael and Joey Tribbiani." Jim Ross exclaims, "What a match!" Raphael and Joey Tribbiani with an incredible victory. Elvira adds, "That high-flying move from Raphael was amazing. They deserved this win." Pauly Shore, jumping out of his seat, shouts, "Totally gnarly, dudes. They did it." As Raphael and Joey celebrate their hard-fought victory, the crowd erupts in cheers. However, their celebration is short-lived. From the shadows, Bebop and Rocksteady emerge, steel pipes in hand. They storm the ring and launch a vicious attack on Joey, catching him off guard. Jim Ross, horrified, shouts, "What is this? Bebop and Rocksteady are attacking Joey Tribbiani." Elvira, equally shocked, adds, "This is despicable. Someone needs to stop this." Pauly Shore, in disbelief, exclaims, "This is brutal, dude. Someone help Joey." Bebop and Rocksteady swing their steel pipes mercilessly, striking Joey repeatedly. Raphael tries to intervene, but is overpowered by the duo. The crowd boos loudly, their anger and frustration palpable. Security rushes to the ring, finally pulling Bebop and Rocksteady away from the battered Joey. The camera captures Joey lying on the mat, writhing in pain, while Raphael kneels beside him, checking on his partner. Jim Ross, his voice filled with urgency, concludes, "This attack was unprovoked and vicious. Joey Tribbiani needs medical attention immediately." Elvira adds, "Bebop and Rocksteady have crossed the line tonight. They will face consequences for this heinous act." Pauly Shore, still in shock, says, "I can't believe what we just saw. This is a dark day for 1412 wrestling." As the medical team attends to Joey, the camera captures the victorious yet somber faces of Raphael and the furious crowd, setting the stage for retribution in the unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience eagerly awaiting the fallout from this brutal attack. The camera transitions backstage, where Grover stands ready to interview the participants of the next match. The atmosphere is tense, with the competitors' personalities clashing even before they step into the ring. Grover, with his usual cheerfulness, starts the segment. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Vince Russo, Bloody Mary, and Grey T, who are about to face off in a triple threat match. Let's hear from them first." Vince Russo, looking confident and smug, grabs the microphone. "You see, it's real simple. I'm Vince Russo, the mastermind behind some of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Tonight, I'm going to show these two jabronis why I'm the creative genius of 1412 wrestling. Bloody Mary, Grey T, you're stepping into my world, and you're going to get swerved." Grover, turning to Bloody Mary, asks, "Bloody Mary, what are your thoughts going into this match?" Bloody Mary, her eyes gleaming with malice, responds, "Vince Russo, you think you're so clever, but you can't escape the horror I bring. Grey T, your arrogance will be your downfall. Tonight, I'm bringing terror to the ring, and neither of you will survive." Finally, Grover faces Grey T, who exudes arrogance and disdain. "Grey T, any last words before the match?" Grey T, smirking, replies, "Yeah, I got something to say. Vince Russo, you're nothing but a washed-up has-been. Bloody Mary, you're just a spooky story to scare little kids. I'm Grey T, the biggest douchebag in 1412 wrestling, and tonight I'm going to prove it by wiping the floor with both of you." The camera cuts back to the arena, where Daphne Blake stands ready to introduce the competitors. "Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Staten Island, New York, Vince Russo." The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Vince Russo makes his way to the ring, his smug confidence on full display. He gestures arrogantly to the crowd, reveling in their reaction. Jim Ross sets the stage. Vince Russo, the self-proclaimed creative genius, is ready to prove himself in the ring tonight. Elvira adds, "He's got a lot to prove, and he's facing some fierce competition." Pauly Shore, amused, remarks, "This is going to be a wild one, dudes." Daphne continues, and his opponents first, from the depths of horror, Bloody Mary. The lights dim, and a chilling fog fills the arena as Bloody Mary makes her entrance. Her presence exudes terror, and the crowd reacts with a mix of awe and fear. She glides down the ramp, her eyes locked on Russo and Grey T. Jim Ross comments, "Bloody Mary is a force of nature, bringing horror wherever she goes." Elvira adds, "Her opponents better be ready for anything. She's unpredictable and deadly." Pauly Shore, nervous, says, "Dude, she's scary. This is intense." Daphne finishes, "And from wherever he wants to be, Grey T." The crowd boos loudly as Grey T saunters to the ring, his signature gray t-shirt and cocky demeanor on full display. He taunts the audience and his opponents, clearly enjoying the negative reaction. Jim Ross notes, "Grey T is one of the most arrogant competitors we've seen. Let's see if he can back up his words tonight." Elvira adds, "He talks a big game, but can he deliver in the ring?" Pauly Shore, chuckling, says, "He's such a douche, dude. This is going to be good." The bell rings and the match begins with an explosion of action. Vince Russo immediately tries to assert his dominance, targeting Grey T with a series of quick strikes. Grey T counters with his own offense, delivering a series of kicks that drive Russo into the corner. Bloody Mary, biding her time, watches with a predatory gleam in her eyes. Jim Ross comments, "Russo and Grey T are going at it, but they better not forget about Bloody Mary." Elvira adds, "She's waiting for the right moment to strike, and when she does, it won't be pretty." Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, "This is wild, dudes. Anything can happen." As Russo and Grey T continue their brawl, Bloody Mary seizes the opportunity to strike. She grabs a steel chair from ringside and slides back into the ring, wielding it menacingly. With a swift, brutal swing, she smashes the chair across Grey T's back, sending him crashing to the mat. Bloody Mary then turns her attention to Russo, who tries to scramble away. She corners him, delivering a series of vicious chair shots that leave him reeling. The crowd reacts with a mix of shock and awe at her ruthless tactics. Jim Ross exclaims, "Bloody Mary is unleashing pure horror in the ring." Elvira adds, "She's not holding back." Russo and Grey T are in real trouble. Pauly Shore, thrilled, says, "This is gnarly, dude. Bloody Mary is intense." Grey T, showing his resilience, manages to recover and tackles Bloody Mary, knocking the chair from her hands. He drags her to the center of the ring and attempts to set up for his finisher, the douchebag driver. As he lifts Bloody Mary, Vince Russo, seizing the moment, charges at both of them, causing them to collapse in a heap. Russo, sensing victory, quickly covers Grey T for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, but Grey T kicks out just in time. Russo, frustrated, grabs Grey T and drags him to the ropes, setting up for a high-impact move. Jim Ross comments, "Russo is desperate for the win, but Grey T isn't going down easily." Elvira adds, "This match is anyone's game at this point." Pauly Shore, on the edge of his seat, says, "Come on, dudes. Who's gonna win?" In a dramatic turn of events, Grey T manages to reverse Russo's attack, lifting him into the air and delivering a devastating douchebag driver off the ring apron. Russo crashes to the floor, writhing in pain as Grey T goes for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, but Bloody Mary, not to be outdone, intervenes. She sprays a mist of red liquid into Grey T's eyes, blinding him temporarily. Grey T stumbles, trying to clear his vision as Bloody Mary grabs the steel chair once more. With a sinister grin, Bloody Mary swings the chair at Russo, hitting him squarely in the head and knocking him out cold. She covers Russo for the pin, and the referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, "Here is your winner, Bloody Mary." Jim Ross exclaims, "Bloody Mary with a decisive and brutal victory. What a match." Elvira adds, "She brought the horror and proved she's a force to be reckoned with." Pauly Shore, still in awe, remarks, "Totally insane, dude. Bloody Mary is terrifying." As Bloody Mary stands victorious, holding the steel chair high, the crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and fear. Grey T, still blinded, stumbles around the ring, while Vince Russo lies motionless, a testament to the brutality of the match. The camera captures the victorious Bloody Mary, her eyes gleaming with malevolence as the scene fades to black. The audience is left buzzing with excitement and anticipation for the next segment in the unpredictable and thrilling world of 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions back to the ring area, where the crowd is buzzing with anticipation for the next match. Daphne Blake stands in the center of the ring, ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Motunui, Hey Hey the Rooster. The crowd erupts in laughter and cheers as Hey Hey the Rooster makes his entrance. The comically oblivious rooster stumbles down the ramp, pecking at random objects and flapping his wings clumsily. The audience can't help but be entertained by Hey Hey's antics. Jim Ross, amused, comments, "Well, folks, we've seen a lot in 1412 wrestling, but a rooster in the ring? This is a first." Elvira adds, "Hey Hey may be unpredictable, but that could work to his advantage. You never know what he's going to do next." Pauly Shore, laughing, says, "Totally hilarious, dude. This is going to be a hoot." Daphne continues, and his opponent from the shadows, the Red Ninja. The lights dim and a dramatic, suspenseful theme plays as the Red Ninja makes his entrance. Moving with the fluid grace of a seasoned martial artist, the Red Ninja's presence exudes danger and skill. He stealthily makes his way to the ring, eyes locked on Hey Hey. Jim Ross sets the stage. The Red Ninja is a master of martial arts. Hey Hey is in for a real challenge tonight. Elvira adds, this is a classic clash of styles, the Red Ninja's precision against Hey Hey's unpredictability. Pauly Shore, excited, remarks, "This is gonna be epic, dudes. Ninja skills versus a crazy rooster." The bell rings and the match begins, with Hey Hey comically pecking at the mat, seemingly oblivious to the Red Ninja. The Red Ninja circles Hey Hey, studying his movements and looking for an opening. Hey Hey, in his unpredictable manner, suddenly flaps his wings and charges at the Red Ninja, causing him to sidestep and look momentarily confused. Jim Ross, laughing, comments, "Hey Hey's unpredictability is certainly keeping the Red Ninja on his toes." Elvira adds, "You can't prepare for an opponent like Hey Hey. It's all about adapting in the moment." Pauly Shore, still amused, says, "This is wild, dude. Hey Hey is all over the place." The Red Ninja quickly regains his composure and showcases his martial arts skills with a series of swift kicks and punches, each move precise and calculated. Hey Hey, seemingly unfazed, dodges some attacks purely by chance, causing the audience to laugh and cheer. The Red Ninja, growing more focused, executes a series of acrobatic moves, flipping and spinning around the ring. Hey Hey, in his own bumbling way, manages to avoid most of the attacks, adding to the humor and unpredictability of the match. Jim Ross comments, "The Red Ninja is showing incredible skill, but Hey Hey's luck is keeping him in this match." Elvira adds, "It's a fascinating dynamic, skill versus unpredictability at its finest." Pauly Shore, enjoying the spectacle, says, "Hey Hey's got some kind of magic, dude. This is awesome." The match reached its climax as the Red Ninja decides to end it decisively. With a swift motion, he executes a spinning kick that connects squarely with Hey Hey, sending the rooster tumbling to the mat. The Red Ninja quickly covers Hey Hey for the pin. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, "Here is your winner, the Red Ninja." Jim Ross concludes, "The Red Ninja with a well-deserved victory, showcasing his martial arts prowess." Elvira adds, "Hey Hey put up a valiant effort, but the Red Ninja's skill was too much to overcome." Pauly Shore, still smiling, remarks, "Totally rad, dude. The Red Ninja rocked it, but Hey Hey was a blast." As the Red Ninja celebrates his victory, the camera cuts to the backstage area where a commotion is taking place. Buzz Lightyear is seen preparing for his upcoming match when suddenly Lord Zed, the fearsome villain from the Power Rangers universe, appears out of nowhere. Jim Ross, surprised, exclaims, "What's this?" Lord Zed is attacking Buzz Lightyear backstage. Elvira, concerned, adds, "This is unprovoked. Lord Zed is ruthless." Pauly Shore, shocked, says, "Dude, this is crazy. Someone help Buzz." Lord Zed, wielding his iconic staff, strikes Buzz Lightyear repeatedly, causing the heroic Space Ranger to stumble and fall. Buzz tries to fight back, but the surprise attack leaves him at a disadvantage. Lord Zed delivers a powerful blow, sending Buzz crashing into a stack of crates. Buzz, struggling to get up, groans, "To infinity and beyond." Lord Zed, standing over Buzz, sneers, "You're no match for my power, Lightyear. This is just the beginning." As security rushes in to break up the attack, the camera captures the determined yet pained expression on Buzz's face. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience in suspense and eager to see the repercussions of this brutal backstage assault. Jim Ross concludes, "This attack by Lord Zed cannot go unanswered. Buzz Lightyear will be looking for revenge." Elvira adds, "Lord Zed has made a powerful enemy tonight. This is far from over." Pauly Shore, still in shock, remarks, "This is intense, dude. Buzz Lightyear will be back for sure." The scene ends, setting the stage for the next thrilling chapter in the unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions to a backstage interview area where Grover stands with a microphone, looking a bit nervous but determined to conduct the interview. The backdrop is the familiar 14 and 12 wrestling logo, setting the stage for a high-stakes conversation. Standing next to Grover is the imposing figure of the 1412 champion, Majin Buu. The energy in the air is palpable, as the crowd's murmur can be heard from the arena. Grover, doing his best to maintain his composure, begins the segment. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the 1412 champion, Majin Buu, who is preparing for tonight's main event. Buu, you've got a huge challenge ahead of you. What are your thoughts going into this match?" Majin Buu, his eyes gleaming with a mix of menace and confidence, grabs the microphone from Grover. Thoughts? Buu doesn't need to think. Buu just needs to fight. Tonight, Buu will show everyone why Buu is the strongest. Stone Cold, Zombie Mike Tyson, Scott Steiner, Android 18, Vegeta. They are all nothing to Buu. The crowd's reaction can be heard growing louder, a mix of anticipation and excitement. Grover, swallowing nervously, asks, "Buu, you've faced many opponents, but this is a particularly dangerous lineup. How do you plan to retain your championship against such formidable adversaries?" Majin Buu laughs, a deep, unsettling sound that reverberates through the backstage area. Plan? Buu's plan is simple. Destroy everyone. Buu doesn't care how strong they are. Stone Cold thinks he's tough, but he's just a weakling. Zombie Mike Tyson is scary, but Buu will crush him like a bug. Scott Steiner's muscles won't save him from Buu's power. The intensity in Boo's voice rises as he continues. Android 18 is fast, but Buu is faster. Vegeta thinks he's a prince, but Buu is the king of destruction. Buu will smash them all and keep this belt forever. Grover, clearly intimidated but trying to keep the interview on track, asks, "Is there anyone you're particularly concerned about in tonight's match?" Boo's expression hardens, his eyes narrowing. Concerned? Buu is concerned about nothing. Buu fears no one. When the dust settles, Buu will be standing tall with this championship. Buu will make sure everyone remembers why Buu is the champion. The camera zooms in on Boo's face as he leans closer to the microphone, his voice dropping to a menacing growl. Tonight, there will be no mercy. Buu will unleash destruction like never before. Stone Cold, Tyson, Steiner, Android 18, Vegeta, they will all feel Boo's wrath. And when Buu is done, everyone will know that no one can stop Majin Buu. The crowd's reaction from the arena is deafening. A mix of boos and cheers as they react to Boo's intimidating words. Grover, trying to wrap up the intense interview, says, "Thank you, Majin Buu. We wish you luck in tonight's main event." Buu, with a final, chilling laugh, shoves the microphone back into Grover's hands and storms off, heading towards the ring area to prepare for the night's battle. The camera follows Buu briefly, capturing his powerful and confident stride. Jim Ross, back at the commentary desk, reacts to the promo. Majin Buu is ready for war tonight. He's determined to retain his 1412 championship at any cost. Elvira adds, Buu's confidence and power are undeniable. His opponents have a real challenge ahead of them. Pauly Shore, still in awe, says, "Dude, Buu is intense. This main event is going to be off the charts." The camera transitions back to the arena, where the anticipation for the main event continues to build. As the scene fades to black, the promise of an unforgettable showdown looms large, with Majin Buu leading the charge, ready to defend his title with ferocity and unmatched strength. Celebrate. The scene transitions to a backstage area where the real Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon Spengler, and Winston Zeddemore are celebrating their recent victory. The mood is light, and the team is clearly in high spirits. The room is filled with the equipment and paraphernalia of their ghost hunting profession, adding to the atmosphere of triumph. Peter Venkman, with his usual charm, raises a bottle of soda. "Here's to us, fellas. Another job well done. Who you gonna call? The real Ghostbusters." Ray Stantz, ever the enthusiastic one, clinks his bottle with Venkman's. We did it, guys. That parking lot brawl was intense, but we came out on top. This is why we're the best. Egon Spengler, always the analytical mind, adjusts his glasses and nods. Our strategy and teamwork were impeccable. We neutralized the threat efficiently. Winston Zeddemore, smiling broadly, adds, and let's not forget, we kicked some serious butt out there. Great job, team. As the team celebrates, sharing laughs and recounting moments from the match, the atmosphere suddenly changes. The lights flicker ominously, and a cold wind sweeps through the room. The Ghostbusters immediately sense that something is wrong. Their equipment starts to beep and whir, detecting an otherworldly presence. Peter Venkman, looking around warily, asks, guys, is it just me, or is it getting really spooky in here? Ray Stantz, checking his PKE meter, replies, you're not imagining things, Pete. We've got a strong supernatural presence nearby. Before they can react further, the figure of Vigo the Carpathian materializes in front of them, his menacing aura filling the room. His eyes burn with a malevolent glow, and his voice is deep and foreboding. Vigo the Carpathian sneers, Ghostbusters, your victory is meaningless. I have returned, and this time, you will not defeat me. I will reclaim my power, and you will be the first to fall. Peter Venkman, ever the quick wit, tries to keep his composure. Vigo, huh? We beat you once, we can do it again. You're not scaring us. Vigo's expression darkens as he raises his hand, summoning dark energy. You are fools to challenge me. Feel my wrath. Without warning, Vigo unleashes a powerful blast of dark energy, knocking the Ghostbusters off their feet and scattering their equipment. The team scrambles to defend themselves, but Vigo's power is overwhelming. He moves with an eerie grace, striking fear into the hearts of his opponents. Ray Stantz, struggling to get up, shouts, we need to regroup. Egon? Any ideas? Egon Spengler, quickly analyzing the situation, replies, we need to use our proton packs to create a containment field. It's our only chance. The Ghostbusters, despite the overwhelming force of Vigo's attacks, manage to grab their proton packs and fire streams of energy at him. Vigo, however, deflects their attacks with ease, his laughter echoing through the room. Vigo, taunting them, says, your primitive technology is no match for my power. You will all perish. Winston Zeddemore, gritting his teeth, yells, we've faced worse than you, Vigo. We're not giving up. The Ghostbusters, showing their resilience and determination, continue to fight back, but Vigo's power proves too much. With a final devastating blast, Vigo sends the team crashing into the walls, leaving them battered and bruised. Vigo stands over them, his presence a dark, oppressive force. This is only the beginning. I will return, and when I do, you will bow before me. With that, Vigo disappears into the shadows, leaving the Ghostbusters in a state of shock and pain. The room falls silent, save for the sound of the Ghostbusters' labored breathing. Peter Venkman, struggling to sit up, groans, well, that could have gone better. Ray Stantz, wincing in pain, nods. We've got to regroup and figure out how to deal with Vigo. He's stronger than ever. Egon Spengler, adjusting his broken glasses, says, we'll need to upgrade our equipment and come up with a new strategy. This isn't over. Winston Zeddemore, determined, adds, we'll take him down, just like we always do. Ghostbusters never give up. The camera captures the battered but determined faces of the real Ghostbusters as they vow to fight back against Vigo the Carpathian. The scene fades to black, setting the stage for an epic future confrontation between the Ghostbusters and their formidable foe. Jim Ross, back at the commentary desk, reacts, the real Ghostbusters have a new challenge ahead of them. Vigo the Carpathian is back, and he's more dangerous than ever. Elvira adds, this is going to be an epic battle. The Ghostbusters are in for the fight of their lives. Pauly Shore, still in shock, remarks, dude, that was intense. The Ghostbusters are going to need all the help they can get. As the scene ends, the audience is left eagerly anticipating the next thrilling chapter in the battle between the real Ghostbusters and Vigo the Carpathian, adding another layer of excitement and drama to the unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The scene transitions to the backstage area, which is in a state of utter chaos. Wrestlers are brawling everywhere, shouting and throwing punches, as the camera struggles to capture all the action. The atmosphere is electric, with the sounds of bodies crashing into equipment and the shouts of combatants echoing through the halls. First, the camera focuses on a fierce battle between Ahmed Johnson and Artie, the strongest man in the world. Ahmed Johnson delivers a powerful clothesline, but Artie counters with a massive shoulder block, sending Ahmed sprawling into a stack of crates. Artie, flexing his muscles, shouts, "I am Artie, the strongest man in the world." Next, the action shifts to the Tick, who is grappling with Dalsim. The Tick, using his superhuman strength, lifts Dalsim into the air, but Dalsim, with his incredible flexibility, contorts his body and slips out of the Tick's grasp. Dalsim lands gracefully and unleashes a series of rapid kicks and punches, pushing the Tick back. Jim Ross, providing commentary from the chaos, exclaims, "This is pandemonium. Wrestlers are brawling everywhere. This is complete madness." Elvira adds, "These rivalries are boiling over, and it's all coming to a head backstage. This is what 1412 wrestling is all about." Pauly Shore, excited, shouts, "Totally wild, dudes. This is mayhem." The camera then captures Dale Gribble and Soda Popinski locked in a heated exchange. Dale, using his wily tactics, throws a handful of pocket sand into Soda Popinski's eyes, temporarily blinding him. Soda Popinski, enraged, swings wildly, but Dale ducks and weaves, landing quick jabs and taunting his opponent. Elsewhere, Bugs Bunny is taking on Chuck Norris. Bugs, ever the trickster, pulls out a giant mallet from behind his back and swings it at Chuck, who effortlessly dodges and counters with a roundhouse kick. Bugs, quick on his feet, ducks under the kick and delivers a comical but effective slap to Chuck's face, causing the crowd watching on screens to laugh and cheer. Jim Ross comments, "Bugs Bunny and Chuck Norris. This is a clash of legends." Elvira adds, "Only in 1412 wrestling will you see something as wild as this." Pauly Shore, laughing, says, "Bugs is pulling out all the stops. This is epic." The camera then focuses on Darkwing Duck battling Nabisco Thing. Darkwing Duck, using his gadgets and quick reflexes, dodges Nabisco Thing's powerful swings. He fires a grappling hook, ensnaring Nabisco Thing's leg and tripping him up. "I am the terror that flaps in the night," Darkwing declares, landing a series of kicks. In another part of the backstage area, Cyrax and Dua Lipa are going head-to-head. Cyrax uses his cybernetic enhancements to gain the upper hand, firing a net to trap Dua Lipa. But Dua, with her agility and determination, breaks free and lands a spinning kick to Cyrax's chest, sending him reeling. Jim Ross shouts, "Cyrax and Dua Lipa are tearing it up. This is incredible action." Elvira adds, "The intensity is off the charts. These wrestlers are giving it their all." Pauly Shore, still buzzing with excitement, says, "This is total chaos, dudes. I love it." As the camera continues to capture the brawl, it suddenly focuses on Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, who are standing on the platform above the chaos, laughing maniacally. They wave their hands, casting a spell that seems to be fueling the chaos below. Jim Ross, shocked, exclaims, "It's Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. They're behind this chaos." Elvira adds, "Their witchcraft powers are causing this mayhem. This is unbelievable." Pauly Shore, amazed, shouts, "Dude, they're like puppet masters. This is insane." Lady Gaga, with a wicked smile, shouts down to the brawling wrestlers, "Fight, my puppets, fight. Let the chaos reign." Ariana Grande, equally gleeful, adds, "This is just the beginning. The power of witchcraft will control 1412 wrestling." The camera captures the scene of utter pandemonium as wrestlers continue to brawl, unaware of the true cause of the chaos. The spell from Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande has turned the backstage area into a battlefield, setting the stage for even more intense rivalries in future matches. Jim Ross concludes, "This is absolute madness. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande have unleashed chaos in 1412 wrestling." Elvira adds, "The implications of this are huge. Rivalries are being ignited, and the chaos is far from over." Pauly Shore, still in awe, says, "This is going to change everything, dudes." The witchcraft power of Gaga and Grande is unstoppable. As the scene fades to black, the audience is left buzzing with excitement and anticipation for what's to come in the ever unpredictable world of 1412 wrestling. The lights in the arena dim, and the crowd's anticipation reaches a fever pitch as the main event is about to begin. Daphne Blake stands in the center of the ring, ready to announce the competitors for the 1412 championship match. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. This match is a six-way elimination match for the 1412 championship. Introducing first, the special guest referee, Vice President Dana Scully. Dana Scully, dressed in a referee uniform, makes her way to the ring, receiving a mix of cheers and applause from the crowd. Her authoritative presence sets the tone for the high-stakes match to come. Jim Ross begins the commentary. Dana Scully, as the special referee, adds another layer of intrigue to this already explosive main event. Elvira adds, she's a no-nonsense enforcer, and she'll make sure this match is called right down the middle. Pauly Shore, excited, chimes in, this is going to be epic, dudes. Scully's in charge, and anything can happen. Daphne continues, introducing the challengers. First, from the depths of the grave, zombie Mike Tyson. The lights flicker ominously as zombie Mike Tyson lumbers to the ring, his undead presence sending chills through the audience. His eyes glow with a menacing red, and the crowd reacts with a mix of fear and excitement. Jim Ross comments, zombie Mike Tyson is a terrifying force in that ring. His strength and ferocity are unmatched. Elvira adds, he's not just a brawler, he's a force of nature. Everyone in this match should be wary. Pauly Shore, nervous, says, dude, Tyson is scary even when he's alive. As a zombie, he's terrifying. Daphne continues, from Capsule Corporation, accompanied by Bulma, Vegeta. Vegeta strides to the ring with Bulma by his side, his Saiyan pride evident in his every step. The crowd cheers wildly for the Saiyan prince, who glares at his opponents with disdain. Jim Ross exclaims, Vegeta, the Prince of Saiyans, is here to prove his dominance in the wrestling ring. Elvira adds, his power and skill are legendary. He's a formidable contender for the championship. Pauly Shore, hyped, says, Vegeta's going to bring the heat, dudes. This is going to be awesome. Daphne continues, next from the world of Dragon Ball, Android 18. Android 18 makes her way to the ring, her cold, calculating demeanor adding to her intimidating presence. The crowd cheers, appreciating her strength and tenacity. Jim Ross comments, Android 18 is as tough as they come. She's a fierce competitor who won't back down from a fight. Elvira adds, her android abilities give her an edge. She's a serious threat in this match. Pauly Shore, impressed, says, totally rad, dude. Android 18 is a powerhouse. Daphne continues, accompanied by his rabid tigers, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner marches to the ring with his rabid tigers, the crowd reacting with a mix of boos and awe. His intense muscular frame and wild eyes show he's ready for battle. Jim Ross exclaims, Scott Steiner and his rabid tigers, this is going to be wild. Elvira adds, Steiner's unpredictability and raw power make him a dangerous opponent. Pauly Shore, shocked, says, dude, he brought tigers, this is insane. Daphne continues, from Victoria, Texas, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The glass shatters and the crowd erupts as Stone Cold Steve Austin marches to the ring with his trademark intensity. He throws up his arms in the corner, hyping the crowd even further. Jim Ross, nearly losing his voice, shouts, it's Stone Cold! The Texas Rattlesnake is here, and he's ready to fight! Elvira adds, Austin's determination and toughness are legendary. He's here to take that title. Pauly Shore, excited, says, Stone Cold's gonna stomp a mud hole in someone, dude. This is epic! Daphne finishes, and finally, the reigning 1412 champion, Majin Buu. Majin Buu makes his entrance, his imposing figure and menacing presence drawing both boos and cheers from the crowd. He holds the 1412 championship high, ready to defend his title. Jim Ross comments, Majin Buu has been a dominant champion. Tonight, he faces his toughest challenge yet. Elvira adds, Buu's power is incredible. He's a force to be reckoned with. Pauly Shore, hyped, says, Buu's the champ for a reason, dudes. This is gonna be wild. The bell rings and the match begins with an explosion of action. Each competitor charges at one another, the ring becoming a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and high-impact moves. Stone Cold Steve Austin goes after Scott Steiner, delivering a series of punches and a Lou Thesz press. Steiner fights back, using his brute strength to overpower Austin. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Android 18 engage in a fierce exchange of blows, their speed and agility on full display. Zombie Mike Tyson targets Majin Buu, landing a series of powerful punches. Buu absorbs the hits and retaliates with a massive energy blast that sends Tyson staggering. Dana Scully watches closely, ensuring the match remains fair and under control. Jim Ross shouts, this is chaos. Every competitor is giving it their all. Elvira adds, the stakes couldn't be higher. Each one wants to walk out as the 1412 champion. Pauly Shore, excited, says, this is totally epic, dudes. Look at them go. Scott Steiner, with his rabid tigers prowling around the ring, uses his immense power to throw Vegeta into the turnbuckle. Vegeta, unfazed, counters with a series of rapid punches and a high-flying kick that takes Steiner down. Android 18 and Stone Cold Steve Austin briefly team up to take down zombie Mike Tyson, delivering a combination of kicks and punches that leave Tyson reeling. However, the temporary alliance quickly dissolves as they turn on each other, trading blows in the center of the ring. Jim Ross comments, temporary alliances forming and breaking just as quickly. This match is unpredictable. Elvira adds, each competitor is seizing every opportunity. It's anyone's game. Pauly Shore, thrilled, says, this is wild, dudes. They're all going for it. Majin Buu, showing his dominance, delivers a devastating Buu bomb to Vegeta, who barely manages to kick out at 2. Buu then turns his attention to Scott Steiner, overpowering him with a series of energy blasts and a powerful slam. Zombie Mike Tyson, recovering, goes after Stone Cold Steve Austin, delivering a series of brutal punches. Austin, showing his resilience, fights back and hits a Stone Cold Stunner on Tyson, but before he can go for the pin, Majin Buu intervenes with a crushing blow. Jim Ross shouts, Stone Cold Stunner, but Buu is there to stop the pin. Elvira adds, the action is non-stop. These competitors are giving it everything they've got. Pauly Shore, on the edge of his seat, says, this is intense, dudes. Who's going to come out on top? The match reaches its climax as each competitor lands their signature moves. Vegeta delivers a final flash to Scott Steiner, who is then hit by a powerful kick from Android 18. Stone Cold Steve Austin hits another stunner, this time on Android 18, but is immediately taken down by a surprise attack from zombie Mike Tyson. Majin Buu, capitalizing on the chaos, delivers a devastating Buu bomb to zombie Mike Tyson. Dana Scully moves in to make the count. 1, 2, 3. The bell rings, signaling the end of the match. Daphne Blake announces, here is your winner and still the 14-12 champion, Majin Buu. Jim Ross exclaims, Majin Buu retains the title. What a match! Elvira adds, Buu's power and strategy have proven unstoppable. He remains the champion. Pauly Shore, in awe, says, totally epic, dudes. Buu did it again. As Majin Buu stands victorious, holding the 14-12 championship high, the crowd erupts in a mix of cheers and boos. Dana Scully raises Buu's hand in victory, solidifying his status as the dominant force in 14-12 wrestling. The camera captures the defeated yet determined faces of the other competitors, hinting at future rivalries, and challenges. The scene fades to black as the show heads to a commercial break, leaving the audience eagerly anticipating what's next in the unpredictable world of 14-12 wrestling. Back from the commercial break, the camera pans over the ring where the chaos of the main event still lingers. All the competitors from the title match are present, some nursing their wounds while others look on in frustration. In the center of it all stands Majin Buu, proudly holding his championship belt high above his head, taunting the crowd and his fallen opponents. Majin Buu, with a sinister grin, shouts, Buu is the strongest. No one can beat Buu. This belt is mine forever. The crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers, their emotions running high after the intense match. Suddenly, Stone Cold Steve Austin, not one to let things go quietly, seizes the moment. With a determined look, he springs to his feet and charges at Buu. Before Buu can react, Austin delivers a thunderous Stone Cold Stunner, the impact sending shockwaves through the arena. Jim Ross, his voice filled with excitement, exclaims, Stone Cold Stunner! Stone Cold Stunner on Majin Buu. Elvira adds, Austin isn't done yet. He's sending a message loud and clear. Pauly Shore, pumped up, shouts, totally rad, dudes. Austin's not backing down. The crowd erupts into a frenzy, their cheers deafening as Austin stands over the fallen Buu. He grabs the championship belt, holding it high above his head, symbolizing his promise for revenge and his determination to claim the title. As the excitement continues to build, a new figure emerges from the entrance ramp. It's the Random Kid, managed by Bobby Heenan. The kid walks down to the ring with a mischievous grin, and the audience watches in curiosity and confusion. As he reaches the ring, the Random Kid stands over zombie Mike Tyson, who is still recovering from the brutal match. To everyone's shock, the Random Kid urinates on zombie Mike Tyson, causing a wave of gasps and laughter from the crowd. Bobby Heenan, standing proudly at ringside, laughs maniacally, clearly enjoying the chaos his charge has brought. Jim Ross, struggling to contain his astonishment, comments, What in the world? The Random Kid just on zombie Mike Tyson. Elvira, equally shocked, adds, I've seen a lot of strange things, but this is a first. Pauly Shore, laughing uncontrollably, says, Dude, that's insane. Only in 1412 wrestling. As the scene unfolds, the camera focuses back on Stone Cold Steve Austin, who stands tall with the championship belt. The crowd's cheers grow louder, their support for Austin unwavering. He glares down at the fallen Majin Buu, his message clear. This isn't over. Jim Ross, bringing the show to a close, announces, Ladies and gentlemen, what a night it's been. Stone Cold Steve Austin has made his intentions clear. He's coming for Majin Buu and the 1412 championship. Elvira adds, the rivalries, the chaos, the unpredictability. This is what makes 1412 wrestling the wildest show on television. Pauly Shore, still buzzing with excitement, concludes, Totally epic, dudes. You don't want to miss what's coming next. As the camera zooms in on Austin holding the championship belt high, Mr. Feeney's voice comes over the PA system to recap the current champions. Before we go off the air, let's recap our current champions. Majin Buu, still the 1412 champion. Catherine Isabel, the Divas champion. Guy, the laser gun surfing battle champion. Cocaine Bear, the competitive eating champion. Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Joey Tribbiani, the stable champions. The Tick, the sword fighting champion, and Jason Voorhees and Paula Abdul are tag team champions. The screen fades to black, leaving the audience with the image of Stone Cold Steve Austin standing victorious, the promise of future battles and intense rivalries hanging in the air. The crowd's wild cheers echo as the credits roll, marking the end of another unpredictable and thrilling episode of 1412 Wrestling.